Scenes of protest did not stop Mike Zingale's son from coming to the University of Missouri.
But that's what we were exposed to when we came here, and it didn't deter us.
The Zingales liked the school, not too far from their Chicago home, and people he knew that went to the school. But a weekend, Zingale's son, who Mike asked we not name, and his roommate wanted to join a fraternity.
We talked about it. We said, let's get the grades where they should be, and let's maybe look at it second semester. He really pushed for the wanting to join, and we let in. We should have held down firmer. My son went to the second one that the roommate knew about.
Okay.
So.
Which was?
Kappa Alpha Order.
Kappa Alpha was suspended for an alleged hazing incident and misuse of alcohol.
After an 18-year-old was drinking to the point of going to the hospital.
He's a tough kid, he's fine. He never mentioned anything about physical hazing, so he never had a reason to say anything about here's what's going on, here's what they're doing, here's what I'm doing. And the nurse told her, which my wife didn't tell me, it doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good.
Yes, so that's what we had to deal with until he came out of the coma.
The incident report from KA says Zingale's son chugged vodka with other pledges the early morning of September 27th. Members couldn't wake him up around 10 o'clock, and that's when they called an ambulance. But the Zingales say medics found him foaming at the mouth and cold to the touch, which the incident report does not mention.
That's really the problem that we have, because he could have been dead on that floor in that room by himself, and we wouldn't know anything. And that's how he leaves this planet.
MU can, in order of severity, put a Greek organization on probation, suspension, or withdraw recognition. But ABC 17 News dug through records and found that being on probation doesn't automatically mean you'll be suspended. Records show 3 fraternities and 1 sorority violating probation just to have it extended a semester. Just once did a group have its recognition taken away while on probation. Greek organizations that received the worst penalty can still stay and operate nearby. The university withdrew recognition of Sigma Pi in the spring for hazing, for example. But since fraternities own their houses, the fraternity can still exist there, no longer bound by the school's rules. While students and parents can see what sanctions groups have gotten before, the school keeps its ongoing investigations under wraps.
There is nothing that's real time. It's all like after a semester's over, which is too late in a situation like this.
In response to this story, Kappa Alpha told ABC 17 News it, quote, respects the University of Missouri, its conduct process, and the administrators on campus. Kappa Alpha Order has its own process and investigative procedures and works to collaborate with each university. KA remains under investigation by the Office of Student Conduct, the same office that sanctioned it in 2010 for hazing. It's been more than a century since anyone at Mizzou died from hazing, but Zingale tries to put himself in the shoes of parents who have lost their child.
And I go through what those people are going through. So, I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine a school and a system letting it go on.
Zingale's son no longer goes to school here. He says that his son wanted to stay and fight the case, but effects of what happened grew too strong, and eventually it was his son's choice to leave. The university, according to Zingale, never offered his son any counseling since his release from the hospital. MU spokesman Christian Basie told me when it comes to what punishment they give, it's case by case. Probation doesn't automatically lead to suspension or further. But I asked several times throughout the last 2 weeks and was never able to talk with anyone in the Office of Greek Life or Student Conduct about the system on camera.